did a video yesterday that was probably one of the longest videos that took me to film and edit. Honestly, what I was trying to do, so 4 years ago, I made a video. Clip sent me 11 speakers, so a whole 7.1.4 system. Made some videos on that, made a review, and that is my largest viewed video on my channel. Sadly enough, it was made 4 years ago, and it's garbage, man. Audio is crap. I had the Nikon camera, so the colors were whacked. I think I had an external microphone, but it's mounted on the camera. Not many acoustic treatments in my room. So there's just everything's wrong with the video. The content's fine, but it's just the quality stinks. So I'm like, you know what? Clip sent me the new version of that, the Reference Premiere 2. This is a perfect opportunity to remake that video and see if I can make it happen. But I'm like, I just want to do it well. Like, I want this thing to be really nice quality. And so I just took my time on it. It took me about 3 days to do that, which that's long for me. I mean, normally I can do a day and a half, sometimes a day, just depending, for filming and editing. But it just every time I sit down on the computer, I'm like, oh, I need some B-roll of that too. So I'd go back in there, film some more, come back in here, add it. I'm like, what else can I do? You know, and it was.
Did you recreate the magic of that video?
I hope so. And I wanted to provide more value in the video, and it's really geared for the new guy. It's, it's like, you're going to watch that and go, really, Michael, you're showing me how to connect speakers. But
yeah, that's a tough thing. I've mentioned before, like, it's tough because I know your target is trying to keep it simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the guy who, I mean, that's a great idea to try to keep it simple for the new guy.
I want the new guys to come in and go, I can do this. I get this. This makes sense, but I also want to provide some content that goes a little bit deeper for the more seasoned home theater enthusiasts. But this definitely was, one of those that I just want to help that new guy that says, man, I've been thinking about doing a home theater, or but they're doing it in a living room too.
Yeah.
Because 2/3 of my audience said that they don't have a dedicated room. And so I'm like, what if I start making some content in the living room?
Yeah.
And so, like, Definitive Technology sent me 3 speakers. So I'm going to probably bring them in the living room and set them up there, do a little 5.1 system. So I don't know, just trying to change up some stuff on the channel and just have some fun in the process and educate some folks. So, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. I just recently did one for this projector, the BenQ, what is this, GP500?
Do you like it?
Because I basically said it's a good all-arounder, right? Yeah, it's not great at one particular thing, right?
Sure.
Like, I know I would be way more interested, for me personally, right? Yeah. And that's a tough thing because sometimes it's just about what you want. So I want an inexpensive JVC competitor, right?
Yeah, sure.
Of course, that's what we all kind of want. We want like awesome black levels at a much lower price point.
Sure.
And so this is not that, right?
Yeah.
It's totally not that. It's like black levels aren't that great. But it does other things good. Like, it has good built-in speakers, but like I don't care about the built-in speakers and a projector, right?
Sure.
So I try to understand what they're going for, right? Like, who's their target, and is it good for their purpose, right? For that particular person. And so it's a little bit tough when it's not something that's made for me specifically, right? Sure. I have to try to understand who is it for and who is it not for, things like that.
It'd be similar if I were to review a soundbar. I don't really desire to have a soundbar in my theater room. I don't want one probably in the living room. But I realize now there are applications for a soundbar, and I think it works great for certain people. If they don't want big speakers, if they don't need a surround sound setup, they just want better sound than their speakers, out of the TV. Okay, makes sense. They got a bedroom setup. Cool, go for it. So I'm starting to, like you, I'm just trying to figure out, all right, what can I provide content-wise that will reach more people?
Yeah. I know what you mean about the sound bar, though. Like, to go off that, I have my aunt and uncle, right? They have, they just got a new TV, and the sound is
It's garbage.
Horrible.
Doo-doo.
Horrible. It's horrible on the TV. It's just, you know, thinner the TV, the worse the sound, right?
Yep.
So they got this big old TV and not very good sound on there, right?
Yeah.
But I hooked them up with some old Polk speakers, like some floor standing speakers, and it matches, you know. The problem is that their AVR is really old, like it doesn't even have HDMI. It's an old Denon, right?
Sure.
And so their new TV, it's not going to really work together well. Like I'm not going to get them a Harmony remote to make it work.
Exactly.
You know, they need an AVR, but do they want to spend $400, $500, $600 on even like the less expensive Denon? Probably not.
Yep.
You know, it's probably not that high of you know, on their list of things that are important to them. So in their case, I'm like, do I have any sound bars around here?
Sure.
You know, that they could use, because it just needs to turn on.
Yep.
The volume needs to work. You know, these are the things that they probably care about more. And the fact that it actually has bass is probably like the next thing that's important to them. So it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, I saw Marv. He mentioned the comment. He said the living room video is something I can relate to. I'm rocking 7.2.4 in my living room with limited location to put subwoofers. So absolutely, I think there's a lot of people that they fit into that. You know, he says super important. Not everyone wants an actual theater in the home. Yeah, just a place to enjoy movies. So again, I'm just trying to. I was always kind of focused on, you know, like doing reviews in my dedicated theater room, which is cool. Yeah. The benefit of that is I've got an acoustically treated room, and so I know the speakers, whatever I review, are going to sound better in there. So I got to kind of figure that part out. Like, you know, do I make some videos in the living room, then I take them in the theater room and hook them up to, I don't know. So I'm still working through that, but just trying to figure out some, you know, how can I expand from what I'm doing versus just continue to do the same thing, you know? So,
well, it sounds like, at least you have some perspective, right? So you can say, hey, in my dedicated setup,
correct.
This is, you know, I know that not everybody can do this,
right?
But what you can get in a living room is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's not this level, but it's also way better than the TV and the soundbar setup, you know, so you can give some perspective that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, if you'd like to join us in the after show, make sure to become a patron. It would be patreon.com/daily HiFi, and you get to video chat, you know, kind of like this with us after the show. It's pretty awesome. You should check it out.